Welcome to the Business of Being You podcast, a podcast about authenticity and the different ways people choose to be authentic. My name is Marco Benitez, also known as Coach MarcoB. I'm a life and small business coach specializing in authenticity. Today, I want to talk to you about authenticity and reprogramming the mind. At birth, our hard drives, our brain, comes factory installed with a basic operating system. The brain and all of its components send signals to all the parts of the body to perform essential functions that we need for the bare minimum of life. For example, nerve impulses innervate our muscles, including the diaphragm, which contracts downward, creating negative pressure, allowing air to rush into our lungs. The muscles of our eyelids activate rhythmically and in response to our environment and emotional state to moisten our eyes. Vibrations through the air are captured and channeled through the conch-like shape of our outer ears into the inner ears, where it vibrates our tympanic membranes and three complementary, almost microscopic bones that create nerve impulses that our brain interprets as sound and speech. These and a multitude of other reactions and processes occurring without a single conscious thought are all a part of our basic operating system, factory installed and available to us at and even prior to our birth. But as we know, surviving and more importantly, thriving in the world requires more than our basic operating system. Just like with the computer, if you want to maximize the full potential of your hardware, you need to install apps or programs. In life, there are three ways you can acquire new programs. The first way is it is installed. Someone else installs a program within you. This is the predominating method of acquiring programs when you grow up. Your parents tell you what is good and what is bad, who is good and who is bad, what group you belong to, whether it's gender, religion, social group, or political affiliation, what is safe and what is dangerous. If something is dangerous, what level of danger it is, and how to navigate the situation. The second way is downloading it. You seek out information, perspectives, and ideas from the world, the internet, TV, or books, and you welcome it as truth into your life. The third way is writing your own program. Using programming from your basic operating system, programs that have been installed within you, programs you've downloaded, and your own ideas, you create, save, and execute a program of your own. We will primarily look at installed programs and writing your own program because these are the most powerful and can have a path-altering influence. The more interested you become in exploring and establishing your place in the world, the more programs you need to achieve your goals. The challenge is that your programs have to be custom-made by you, for you, so you can feel authentic, inspired, and just plain happy. While we're all born as authentic beings, most of us don't know who our authentic self is until later on in life. And many times, the only indicator that you aren't being authentic is that you aren't happy. It feels like every day is exactly the same, like you're meant for something greater, but you're just not sure what it is. And this is where installed programs come into play. Because while your authentic self is banging on the door of your heart, screaming and pleading to let it out, your programming says, you can't be that person because blank. Some people fill in the blanks with different statements. One statement could be, you're a parent. What kind of example would you be? Or you made a commitment to this relationship. Or your parents sacrificed so much for you to be where you're at. Or do you know how many people would want to be in your shoes? Or our people don't do that. Or what are people going to think about you? You see, when people install programs into you, they do so for one of two reasons: fear or love. The irony is that oftentimes fear programs are disguised as love, and the programmer does not even realize it. They install the best programs they have available to themselves at the time, and, by definition, are outdated the moment they're installed within you. There are programs created by their past experiences, their understanding, and protocols on what they perceive to be your future safety threats and vulnerabilities. And sometimes, programs are installed purely for the purpose of control. But as with any computer, you can't expect to be able to perform new tasks with old programming. As you discover what works for you, what doesn't, and most importantly, what you want, you will find that reprogramming your mindset is the only way to attract better relationships, a lifestyle that makes you happy, and the confidence to show up as your authentic self. And the only way to create a lasting mindset shift is to write your own program. How do you write your own program? by giving yourself permission to be authentic and deciding to create your own rules on how to navigate the world. How do you need to show up to get to your goal? How do you need to show up to make you happy and feel authentic? When an obstacle presents itself, what is your new protocol for dealing with it? Do you go over it, around it, through it, or maybe you talk to it until it disappears? As you're running your new programs, if there are any bugs, things that don't work for you, or if your whole system is crashing, then do like you do with your phone and download an update. You can download updates from the physical world or the non-physical world. Here's what I mean. Let's say that you're running the new program you've created for yourself and you start feeling like you're running out of energy or stamina. Downloads from the physical world could be listening to a motivational speech, reading a book, or watching something that has meaning for you. These updates are instantly clear and implementable. They can get you out of a funk and remind you to keep going, or give you a new perspective on life. Downloads from the non-physical world are rooted in silence and openness to receiving knowledge or awareness from within yourself. Meditation, mindfulness, and being in nature are powerful. And yes, nature exists in the physical world. But when you connect with nature, you're not there for the wood or the bark or the dirt. Being in the presence of nature through stillness and silence downloads into you balanced energy, peace, and clarity. Similar is the case with meditation. It's in quieting the mind and focusing on no thing that you can download knowledge and ideas and achieve clarity on how to improve your program and the way you show up authentically in your life and in the world. So remember, you start out with a basic operating system. Along the way, people install their programs into you to try and help you or themselves the best way they know how. As you grow, you may find that you see the world differently than you were taught. You want to live it differently than you were shown. And you want to be a different, more authentic version of yourself than people have gotten used to experiencing. This is all normal, and it is your birthright to be authentically you. The only way to step out of your old, outdated programming is to write your own program. And as you see the need to grow and adapt to the changing world or clearer goals, download updates along the way from outside or within. And that's our episode. I hope you found it valuable and helpful in getting you closer to your dreams and being the most authentic version of yourself. Remember, our best conversations happen after the episode, so post your question or comments below. I'm Marco Benitez, also known as Coach MarcoB. I'm a life and small business coach specializing in authenticity. So if you or your business wants to be more authentic, so you can be happier, make deeper connections, and make your money-making journey an inspiring one for you and those around you, then connect with me on Instagram at Coach MarcoB and online at CoachMarcoB.com. I'll see you in the next episode, and remember to mind your business, the business of being you.